Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your soul connection and separation forecast for September for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Now you can watch this video if you're the water sign or if your person is the water sign. At the end of the day, I want you guys to just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. If you happen to run across this video and it is no longer September and it still resonates for you, I always say that information finds you for a reason. So again, take it if it resonates and get rid of it if it doesn't. So all the decks that I'll be using here today will be listed down below. They're all created by myself. And today's Orgonite is called the Water Sign Divine Masculine, created by Michelle from Wing & Bell. Now, the majority of my viewers are Divine Feminine, so I might kind of do it from that perspective. So let's jump right into it, you guys, and see what's going on for the month of September for your soul connection and separation, no contact. Okay, so we're going to look at what is the current vibe of this connection. So the current vibe of this connection. Let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle Revised Edition for this. Let's see what the current vibe is of this connection. What's the current vibe here? Okay, so we have material world, 3D reality, environment, and physical. So there's something that might be going on in the 3D world, something that's taking place. There could be some sort of shifts, etc. So let's go ahead and get another card. We're going to go into my Divine Love Inspiration Counterpart Messages deck. We have strength. Hang in there. You have what it takes. Okay. So right now in this connection, you guys might both be going through some things like some trials and tribulations, things that are going to require your strength, things that are actually testing your strength. But these things are happening for a reason, because it's kind of like what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot and get a tarot card to represent this energy. Wow, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is Cancer's energy, but it's about movement forward, victory, success, plowing ahead. Basically, you have what it takes. It's like a vehicle that's moving forward. This could even indicate travel. But what I'm getting here is that you guys are both moving through challenges. You guys are both, basically ascending on this journey. So there's definitely something that's taking place in the material world. It could be things that are happening in your material life, like your job, money, even physical body. And sometimes those things, when they impact us, it can be very significant, maybe even traumatic, and those are great motivators. Sometimes pain or trauma can be great motivators for change. So I'm kind of getting that there's something that's happening here. Now, it might not be an actual challenge. It could just be something that you guys are building in your careers, or maybe you're lining up with your purpose and your mission. So there's this feeling here of victory and success. There's this feeling of I've made it. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm meant to do now. So that is actually real positive energy. So let's go ahead and get another. We have family, ancestors, bonding, generations. This card kind of reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles, right? Building a legacy. And I'm kind of getting this energy, right? Building a legacy, connecting with just your future plan. Maybe even connecting with family members as well, or thinking about what you want to do in the long run. So there's kind of this thinking of things in the terms of the bigger picture, where we're at, where we want to lay roots, what's important to us, what do we truly value, where do we see ourselves in 10, 20 years. This kind of energy is around right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get another. We have Ascension. I love this because this is forward momentum on the journey. I'm learning so much on my journey. So you guys are definitely growing leaps and bounds is what I'm seeing here. And maybe your soul family is actually aiding in this process. So while you guys are in a separation, no contact, there could be other people in your environment, your family, your friends, your soul family, your tribe, that is actually aiding you in your ascension process, helping you to basically get ahead, move ahead, or make certain decisions that are going to better your life. They're as cheerleaders or people to inspire you on your journey. This could, of course, be hard lessons as well. We do have it's funny, I just said that. It could be hard lessons as well, Three of Swords. Yeah, so there might be some sort of betrayal or sadness or even loss of family members here. And sometimes a loss of a family member or a dear friend or someone that's very close to you can be life-changing. I remember not too long ago when I just lost my cat Chibs, it just changed so much for me. It changed my mental space where I was at and just the things that I was thinking and worrying about. It just seems so... just that minute, really. And so that's what I'm just picking up on here, is that there's some sort of a loss or sadness in a situation where we've lost something, or, it's just been a tragedy, but really in a way, it's helping us on our journey to gain some sort of perspective, to grow up, to mature, to ascend to the next level. So that's what's happening here. Let's get one more. We have guide. Love that. So we have this inner compass, but we also have our spirit team that's showing up here, helping to give us knowledge, guard us on our journeys, protect us on our journeys, but also to remind us, hey, you know what? You've learned this lesson before, or put this in the storage bank for next time. When you run across these types of situations, you're going to know what to do, and maybe you're not going to waste so much time. You're not going to have to make a deposit in that situation. So this to me is things working out in maybe for like a challenging time that's working itself out, and the payoff is the wisdom. You might feel like you've lost a lot. You've lost part of your heart. You've lost your ego, your pride, money, success, status, whatever it was. But what you're gaining is wisdom, and that's invaluable. That's what I'm getting here. We have endless. I will love you until the end of time. So there is this endless love, this endless supply of feeling for one another. So wherever you guys are at on your journey, no matter how heartbreaking it is, to me, it's like the universe is guiding the two of you back into each other's lives. The Chariot can be an indication of destiny and faith, or paths crossing again. So that might be that right now you guys are getting a lot of signs. It's like an endless amount of signs or energy that you're constantly getting from one another, that, you haven't completely forgotten about this connection. So it goes for both. Last one, we have the Nine of Swords. So these are some tougher cards, the Three of Swords and Nine of Swords. It does say self-sabotage and nightmares. So it's kind of like an endless psychosis. It's an endless state of mind. But it might be that right now, Spirit is trying to guide someone in this connection out of the darkness, because maybe they are battling with their ego or their shadow. They're battling with some sort of fear here. And it seems like it will never end. It seems like this patch, this particular journey that you guys are currently on, this state of your connection, it might seem like it's endless for someone, or maybe both of you. Maybe both of you guys are getting like losing faith or losing steam, that this is something that's ever going to, have some sort of resolution or some ending here. But this is telling me here that Spirit is showing up in the form of knowledge and wisdom. You're being given information that's actually going to help you to shift from this dark state and face your shadows and transmute this energy to the light. So this is something that's happening right now. And it might be that there's other situations in the 3D world that are aiding in this process. So it's actually helping you guys to be more rounded individuals for the future and perhaps for each other. So that's the message we're getting for the vibe for your connection. Let's now take a look and see, what is your person's energy towards you? Let's look at this. This right here is my Goddess Awakened Oracle. It's a new one. All right, what is your person's energy towards you? So let's see what they're thinking. What's in their head about you? What does their head space look like, their thoughts? Ooh, we have Traveler. That's interesting because we did get the Chariot, remember? That just came through Traveler. Time traveler. I don't know, that movie, The Time Traveler's Wife, there might be some sort of a story there, or some kind of like timeline for your guys' connection. I know he goes through different travels in time, but there's something about that. Traveling back in time. I feel like your person is traveling back in time, thinking a lot about your connection. So they're very nostalgic at this time is what I'm seeing here. And it might have something to do with that supermoon in Pisces that's going on right now. They might really be in their feels, especially if they're a Pisces. Okay, so we have I trust my intuition, crystal clear. Ooh, something's coming to them crystal frickin' clear. So they're pretty clear on something. They're clear on what they're thinking and what they're seeing. They're reviewing, I feel, the past, or they're even kind of like time traveling to the future to kind of see what your connection would look like in the future, or what would happen if the two of you maybe started speaking again, etc. So they're thinking a lot about a bunch of different timelines with you, thinking about what they would say and what they would do. So that's heavy on their mind. Okay, so that was my Divine Feminine Healing deck. Now this is the Divine Masculine Tarot. I love this because I just talked about going from the darkness to the light, and that's what's going on here. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, transmuting the dark energy. I feel like your person right now might be in a state of fear. They're in some sort of fear for a reason. Maybe they're even hiding from you. They're withholding communication with you. They're afraid to travel basically to you to maybe tell you how they feel. So they're kind of relying on their thoughts and their intuition, and they're also trying to be optimistic, I feel, but something is coming to them that's very clear, some sort of information. I feel like some sort of psychic download or telepathic message that you sent to your person actually came to them and they got it. It's very crystal freaking clear, and it is giving them some sort of hope. So in a way, you're the light at the end of the tunnel. You're sending them some sort of positive vibes, and they're picking it up, is what I'm seeing here. That's pretty cool. All right, this is their heart space. We have illusion, Maya. Ooh. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me at all. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of illusion. But it's also very dreamy and just fantasy based. So we don't know what's real. We don't know what's not. So this is interesting because to me, your person is feeling something, and maybe they feel like maybe it's just in their head. Maybe it's just make believe. Maybe it's something that they're just telling themselves. But no, their mental space, something is made crystal clear to them. Something makes sense to them. It's being given to them in some sort of a logical, practical, rational way. And that might be your person. Even though they're a water sign, they might have a lot of they're very grounded and down to earth, and they need facts basically. And I just feel like your person has been given some sort of facts or some information that seems factual to them, and it's helping to give them some sort of clarity about how to feel and what they're thinking about you in this connection. We have rigid. I remain open-minded as I mature on my journey. So your person is trying to remain open-minded about you in this connection, okay? Because I feel like they do have a tendency to become rigid in their thinking. They need facts. They need proof. So a lot of the stuff that they're feeling, it's like it's not enough proof for them to act on what they're thinking and feeling about you. So it says, who I was yesterday may not be who I am tomorrow. So I feel like they are also growing. They've expanded. Maybe they've grown a lot since the two of you have been in a separation of contact. So maybe they're wanting to share that with you. They're wanting to share how much you guys maybe have both grown, how you guys are new people, rediscovering each other on this journey as new people, more mature people. I feel like they're not feeling so rigid anymore. Maybe when you were dealing with them before, they were dealing with a lot of illusions. And I just feel like if they could go back in time with what they know now, they would have acted differently towards you. Okay, so now we have the Hangman. This is Pisces energy ruled by Neptune, trying to find my center. Oh, this is, by the way, this is Leo here. So trying to figure out who I am. You know, your sun sign, it's like, it's who you are, basically. It's who you are. And I feel like they're trying to figure out who they are. And they've been trying to figure this out on their journey for a while now. And maybe some things don't exactly make sense and are not 100% clear, but they're getting there. They might be also spending a lot of time by themselves, just kind of hanging back and trusting their intuition. This came through one of the readings I just did the other day where the crown chakra is open and both of your crown chakras are open and communicating with one another. And I'm actually getting that for this reading here today. Your person's actually sitting in meditation, or they're sitting in quietness, and they are closing their eyes or keeping them open, whatever, and their heart is speaking to you. Their heart is speaking to you. And I'm getting here that they're also picking up on what your heart is telling them too. So there's some sort of really just heartfelt psychic energy that's being exchanged between the two of you. And what it's doing is it's softening things for them. Because obviously, if there is some sort of heartache and pain from the past, you guys, that's some heavy stuff to get through. So maybe before you guys come together in the physical world or somebody reaches out, maybe there's going to have to be this heart communication first to soften up this energy. So that way it's not so rigid when it finally does actually come about in the physical 3D world. So that's what we have with how your person's feeling and thinking right now. So let's go ahead and see what is something that is being triggered currently within them right now that's directly related to you. Let's look at this. What is being triggered right now within your person that's directly related to you? All right, this is my Cosmic Contracts deck, the ties that bind. We have boundaries. I will help you in taking a stand. Okay, so I feel like this is probably the fear that's being triggered within them. They're afraid that maybe you will say no, especially if there has been heartache and sadness here. If they've hurt you in the past, that's a normal thought to have. This person may not want to hear from me. This person may not ever trust me again. So there's a little bit of that trigger here where they're trying to kind of deal with that. They're trying to deal with the circumstances that maybe they created. This is my twin flame journey shadows here, and this right here is probably your energy. So just take the story if it resonates, but they may have done something here to really hurt you. And it's not to say that you were this vengeful person, but they may feel like they are going to have to deal with your wrath, and they may be afraid of that wrath, is what I'm seeing here. They might be afraid of your wrath. So that's something that's being triggered for them right now. It's that Nine of Swords. It's something that kind of keeps them up at night. They're in their head about it. They don't know how to get past it at this time, but they're kind of on their way is what I'm seeing here to clear this energy. This is my Connections of the Modern World Tarot. Here we have the King of Wands. That's beautiful. Leo's energy. So Leo's energy is making an appearance again, and I just feel like because it's ruled by the sun, it's about standing in your power and knowing who you are. So it's like taking ownership of what happened, having the confidence to face things instead of being scared, being the courageous lion and just facing things. So that's what I feel like is being triggered within them. This Nine of Swords is definitely their energy. And the Nine of Swords is here because of something that happened here in the past. That was either a betrayal, third-party situation, lie, deception, something like that, where they just, broke your heart or really just let you down. And the King of Wands is someone who's grown up. The King of Wands has definitely matured. They've found their way. They figured out who they are, or at least they're on their way. And so this is a little bit easier to deal with. You're not so much in your ego. You're not so much in your ego when you're in that King of Wands. I mean, you can. Leo, just like all astrological signs, has a shadow side. The shadow side of the ego, of Leo, is definitely ego and pride. But I feel like right now your person, as we can see, is trying to make their way towards the light. And that was evident with this card here, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So they're open to that. They're open to basically taking their hand. Even though you might put your hand up like that, they're still opening themselves up, and they still feel drawn to that particular journey and that pull towards you instead of running away from it. Okay, let's go ahead and get another. How else are they triggered? Okay, we have ego death, and I was just talking about that. This is a person that is dropping the ego. Okay. And a lot of things I feel like they've gone through, it's made them question everything. Maybe the way that you handle them, maybe the way that you ended things, or like you just walked away, or you just kind of moved on with your life, whatever that story looks like for you, that might be something that made them question everything about themselves. Maybe they had a huge ego before, and maybe the way that you reacted towards them really, in a way, kind of helped them to see that maybe they weren't all that, or something like that. It's very interesting. But I feel like the world has put this person in its place, or in their place, not just you, but also other people. Yeah, we have stagnant. I feel like maybe things dried up for this person. They may have been, and maybe still are, a very attractive person, you know, just very successful, kind of like being able to be charming and everything like that and kind of get what they want. But I feel like something dried up for this person at some point, and that's when they had their ego death, where they kind of like realized, hey, you know what? Looks and success are not forever. Those things fade with time. But who you are deep down as a person, that's something that will never change, or that will never go away. You know, it's just who you are. So I feel like this person is now valuing more when it comes to who they are as a person instead of what they look like and what they have. And we have the Two of Wands. I do think that they something that triggers them is the direction of their life, where things might have gone, what could have been. That did come up, I think, in yesterday's reading. Yeah, I think it was yesterday's reading. What could have been? What could have been so beautiful? What could have been so right, you know? But yeah, I just feel like you guys were not able to properly take off in your connection. You know, maybe some kind of event occurred that tore the two of you apart, whether it was another relationship, a betrayal, or just somebody not being ready at that particular time, maybe even like, you know, moving away, that sort of thing. But whatever's going on here, I feel like your person is really thinking about what could have been. And so that's how they're being triggered. They're being triggered with kind of like almost kicking themselves for making certain decisions, that wishing that they could take certain decisions and make different ones. But I feel like, you know, they didn't know any better at the time, so they made certain decisions with what they were working with. So that's what we have so far. All right, let's take a look and see words that represent their feelings and desires towards you and this connection currently. Let's look at this. Okay, this is my Divine Masculine Revelations deck. Oh, interesting. Appearances. And it's funny because I was actually going to say, when I was looking at this card here, they haven't said something to you. It's like you don't know that they've been going, or maybe you do know, but they haven't like actually had this conversation with you. Looks wise, they look pretty cool. You can see those guys look very similar to me. They look pretty cool. They look like they're doing well on the outside, but see, I'm more affected than you know. So they're telling you that don't believe everything that you see. That's what they want you to know. Don't believe everything that you see. Just because I appear to be okay does not mean that I don't feel things, that I don't think about you, that I don't miss you. Interesting. This card just fell out. This is my Divine Masculine Haunted deck. Separate ways by journey. Someday love will find you. And you know what? Maybe love did find you guys. Maybe you found someone else. Maybe you moved on with your life after you guys parted ways. And that might be that your person is looking in your life and they're actually more bothered than they appear to be. Okay? Or maybe they went their separate ways and they found someone else, but they're more affected by your separation than you even know. So there's some sort of secret information here. There's something that's being kept hidden, and your person is maybe a master of disguise because maybe they don't wear their heart on their shoulder. Maybe it was just easier to just let you go because they felt like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to give you what you want or need. So I know someone else will be able to do that. I couldn't do that. All right, this is my Erotic Activations deck. Claim. Ooh, I don't want to let you go. I feel like your person has not let you go, just so you guys know. They've not let you go. And even though it might appear that they have not. So this also kind of reminds me of when we've moved on and there's someone else in the mix. It's almost like this person does secretly feel jealous because they feel like you belong with them. Not belong to them, but you belong with them. And had they maybe not blown it, then maybe you guys would be together. So there's definitely this feeling of regret. And it's that Nine of Swords energy that's coming to me for your person, that they are really kicking themselves over something, some decisions, some conversations, some words that they said, actions that they did, wishing that they could change things, wishing that they could take it back. Mute. See, they've thought a lot about contacting you. They have. And I picked that up here with this particular card here. They're not saying it to you. They might be watching you, but they're silent. Okay? But this says here, I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. So they haven't let you go. They think about you. Even though you guys have gone your own separate ways, it's like you know, there's still feelings here. We have dark visions, and the dark, we're together again. So this is the thing. In the dark where no one can see, maybe where you can't even see me, when I shut my eyes, it's dark, we're together again. This person has a lot of visions about you in their mind. They do. They think a lot about you, and they think a lot of what could have been. And so there's a lot of nostalgia, but also regret with this person. Queen, let me worship you. So the thing is, they may see you as a queen now. Maybe they did not before for whatever reason. Maybe they were just too much in their ego to really see your value or your worth or to treat you like a queen. But I'm seeing here now that they see you as a freaking queen. So that's something that they would want to say to you is that what can I do for you? Maybe you did everything for this person. You did a lot. And they just didn't really give a lot back. But this has changed now. Your person has learned something by just either just these circumstances that are existing between the two of you, whether they can't have you or there's this stress to try to be together. Whatever this is, it creates this longing for this person to now want to worship you, to now want to, I want you to be mine. I don't want to let you go. Like if I got you again, I would treat you like a queen and I would never let you go. That's what I'm getting from this person. They actually have visions of that. So they're traveling with timelines. That's what the traveler is about. They're traveling through different timelines. They are traveling back in time to the past. They're envisioning what the present would look like if you guys were currently together, and they're focusing on what could be in the future. So they're literally time traveling, and they're trying all these things on for size. That's what they're doing here. So let's now see what is your person's next steps towards you. All right, this right here is the Treasure Trove Oracle. So we have these two. Somebody could have tattoos or be a tattoo artist or just an artist. Okay, they're a very creative person. They have a specific set of skills or a talent. Okay, we also have detectives. So to me, this is someone who's trying to figure out information. I do feel like there's this spy energy that your person has towards you. You guys are trying to get information. They're trying to kind of snoop around to see what you're up to or where you're at in life. That's what I'm getting here. This person could be like an independent, they run their own business. They're self-employed. They're independent in some way with what they do. This is my Arrows of Love. Wait. Oh yeah, this is my Treasure Trove Oracle. This is my Arrows of Love Oracle. Okay, you're the fever in my heart and the fire in my soul. You inspire me. You inspire me. There's something about you. My flame is still lit. My flame is still lit and you're inspiring me. What are you inspiring me to do? Well, I already saw it in this particular card. You're inspiring me to keep reaching for, where is that card? The light. See? Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're my inspiration. You're the inspiration by Chicago. You bring meaning and things to this person's life. So there's something about you that inspires them to keep pressing forward, to keep just trying to figure out what this is or where this is going to go next. All right, this is my Arrows of Love Tarot. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. This person works a lot. Like I said, they could be an independent person. Like they do their independent thing. They're an independent creator. They work for themselves. But they're also very methodical. Like they know that it's going to take work to come towards you. It will take work for them. And they're trying to figure out ways. They're trying to learn a certain way right now on what the best approach is with you or how to take this from that just like thought process to the actual 3D reality. So there's something here. I feel like this person wants to shift. There's something key that this person is going to have to do in order to bring about some sort of shift and change here. Yeah, see, you're the flame in my heart. Look, we have two cards that show candles. So if your person hasn't been feeling your energy for a little bit, they're feeling it again very intensely. It might come in waves. It might be the same for you, but they definitely want some sort of communication and new beginning here. They want something, and they feel a lot of passion with you. They always did, and they know that they will again. And so this is also something that drives your person. I feel like they've learned by going into other connections that not all of them are the same. But they wouldn't have known that. Like, even though when you guys came together, there may have been a lot of passion there and it was very magical and amazing. But you know how sometimes you don't really realize how great something is until you're able to compare it with something else. And I feel like everything else has come up short for them. So it's kind of like they've had to learn a hard lesson. They've had to learn a lot without you. They've had to learn something, and they took the long road, is what I'm getting here. They took the long road. But I feel like their flame is lit and they're wanting to come towards you. Yep, you're the keeper of this flame, baby. You're the Queen of Wands to this person. This is Aries energy. Very attractive, very dominant, very powerful, very confident. You've got it going on, baby. So you're the keeper. You're the fire in my soul. You're the fever in my heart, the fire in my soul. You keep these flames alive within me with your fire, with your passion, just who you are. So your person is very, very attracted to you, is what I'm seeing here. So we do have the ace, which is number 1, and then we also have the 8, which could be 9. Okay, so September. There could be something that does shift in September big time. So we're obviously September 1st is today. So something could really be shifting here in this connection, or there could be some sort of a new beginning, or maybe a phone call or something that happens to kind of reignite this flame. But you're drawing this person in, and I feel like you're the feminine that's watching this video. You're drawing this divine masculine back to you, and I feel like he's had to learn a hard lesson, but he's learning that you're the queen, and we can clearly see that he is ready. He is ready to what? Where is this energy? Where is it? Let me find it. Ah, shoot, why can't I find it? You guys know what I'm talking about. I just showed you guys here what that card was, but now it's lost in this mix here. Come on, here you go. He's ready to worship his queen. That's what we have. So their next moves towards you, I feel you're in their energy, and I feel like that's something here. Keys could be computer keys, as in, or typing, like texting keys on a phone. They're messaging you this month, or they're bringing some sort of information to you to let you know that they're still into you, they're still interested, or they're thinking about you. That's what I'm seeing here. So anyways, you guys, really hope that you enjoyed those messages, and thank you guys so much for watching. And I will be posting fire signs next, and then tomorrow I will be posting earth and air. So I'm just going to do them in 2 parts instead of dumping 4 videos on YouTube all at once. All right, you guys, thanks again. Bye-bye.